We have experience with CoolSculpting. It's a freezing technology. The fat cells get destroyed by the cold. So then over the next 2 to 4 months, the fat cells get degraded and your body destroys the fat cells, and then you actually pee the fat cells out and you start to shrink. And then once they're destroyed, they can never come back. From the time you do it, usually anywhere from 2 to 4 months later, you'll see the results. Some people need an additional freezing session, and then if they do, in our office, we usually do it a month later. Most people don't have any symptoms after the CoolSculpting, but a very small percentage of people, probably 1%, may have some tenderness, or they may have a little bit of bruising or redness or soreness. And what that means would be like as if you worked out very hard, you'd feel tender and sore. We generally like to do people who are in good shape, that work out and that eat healthfully, because we don't want to do one area and then the fat comes back somewhere else. So we generally do people who have an area of fat that they can't get rid of. We can treat these localized areas of fat that you haven't been able to diet or exercise away. I always stress to patients is you have to have a good exercise and diet plan. If I speak to somebody and they tell me I eat a box of cookies every night, I tell them don't do CoolSculpting, because you're not going to be happy, because if you don't have a healthy diet, this isn't the procedure for you. The great thing about this technology is that it doesn't raise your triglycerides or your cholesterol when it's destroying those fat cells, which some of the technologies in other countries do. And that's one thing the FDA was very careful about in approving it. You can be wavy after liposuction, and this is done by a computer, so you're not wavy. It's totally smooth. There's no entry point. You can lie and never have to tell anybody who ever did anything. No one will ever know. There's no incisions. There's no scars. With liposuction, you can have scars. The great thing about the skin tone with CoolSculpting, your skin tone is exactly how it would be if you lost this weight. I think you have to go to somebody for CoolSculpting that does it a lot. You might think it's a machine and everybody does it the same way, but you really want to go somewhere where maybe your friend went and you know they had good results. I think it's better to get a recommendation. I think with CoolSculpting, initially when I tell people about it, they think it's too good to be true and it seems unbelievable, but then when you see the results on yourself and how good it is, then people do want to come back for more, or they send their friends and family.